Hello, hello and welcome. Today we're going to be working more on our Game Jam game. Got my list right here. We're going to be making pick-upables, basically. Got to add in HP item, probably an ammo item as well, a key, locked door, basic obstacle, and secret walls. That was my plan. And I think that's pretty realistic. And to get started, I'm going to go ahead and put my thinking cap on. All right. And now I'm ready. Between streams, I spent some time upping the art. And when I say upping the art, no, it's not better. But this is what it looks like now. I attempted to add animations to the guys. So this is what they look like now. It's placeholder. Next week is going to be a second attempt. I did also add actual images to the tile map, so it's a lot easier to make a level. And I experimented a little by making the map a little bigger. And I'm going to go ahead and just, to demonstrate how easy it is, fail at adding more level. I click this. That's what I need to do. And then we add a tile here. Erase that. I would like to erase that and that. Okay. Super easy to add more level. Great. Oh, you're in the way. Okay. I need to figure out how to make the hit scan better. When I say hit scan, I mean the raycast. And I had the idea, so my first idea was do a shape cast, which is the thing I didn't know at the time. But shape casting is a thing. We'll just shape cast out a cone and grab as many people as we can. That's not very performant. I don't know how bad it is. I don't know if it's like, if we have a rapid fire weapon that shoots 4 times a second, is shape casting going to give us large FPS stutters, or is it going to be fine? If it's going to be fine, then I'll just do that. If not, I know raycasts are pretty cheap, so maybe we just do like raycast, 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 and then 3 more random raycasts between those, and simulate a cone, basically. That might be just as good. But we're not doing that right now. We are working on adding a new thing. So right now, these are going to be entities, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to add a health item, basically. And that's going to be an entity. I think I'm just going to call this a power-up. Item. Maybe item is correct. Or I shouldn't say correct. Accurate. Item. It's an item. You pick it up. The item does a thing depending on what it is. Items need to have not a collision box, but they do need to have an area 3D, I think. A region of 3D space defined by a collision shape. It detects when other collision objects enter or exit it. It also keeps track of which collision objects haven't exited it yet. Okay. Let's add a collision box. And then for that, we got to define a shape. Cool. That's what I meant to click on. Box shape. I don't know. That's probably fine. This doesn't have to be complicated. And then for now, we need, do I want to have a placeholder? Yeah, let's just add a placeholder for now. Add a Sprite 3D. make it the placeholder Godot icon. Make it a billboard. And we need to make it do something when it is collided with. So I think there's a signal body entered. And this returns the object that entered it. Great. So we just say body entered. Did the player enter this? Do pickup logic. Connect. Scene does not contain any scripts. So this is going to need a script. Area entered? Huh. This is a lot of different options. On area 3D body entered. Print. We entered. We got the item. Yeah. Okay. I need to put this in the world. Okay. I have tiles here that I have not initialized. Great. To do those tiles, add them. We'll put this in the corner here. Will we? Oh, no, because I have the erase mode on. There we go. You can't see it, but it's there. I hope. And then in the level creator, level loader, sorry. We go ahead and we take our favorite, I don't need this print line anymore. Here. If the vector 2 I is 0, 1? No, it's 1, 0. It's an item. Then we make a new item. And in order to make that happen, we got to go up here. Var packed item packed scene equals load. Ba, 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 ba. Great. Scroll down. I think we just want to copy this logic, except instead of mob, it's item position. And we don't have a mob handler. We don't have an item handler. All right, that should add this in the world now. Oh, good, there it is. We got the item. All right. Hold on 1 second. I turned this off and it immediately turned itself back on. Great. All right. Let me go ahead and make the item do something now. We just a placeholder for now, but very soon we're going to want to have this thing accept resources, and then it's going to rely on the resource to tell it, what do I look like? What is my behavior when I'm walked over? Etc., etc. I want to make this if body is player. But for now, we can just say self.queueFree. That should just make the item go away. And then we'll go into the level and add a few more. Let me add like a bunch in here. I just want to make sure that, okay, that works. We got the item, and it's gotten. Yeah, we got him. I want to make sure that other entities don't pick up items. It looks like that is the case. Also, this is obviously the wrong art. Yay. Okay, enough horsing around. Thing I've been procrastinating. Do it now. We need to... so I said HP item. I should not just say get player dot health component dot add HP here. Let me actually make a new item. Did I? A weapon is an item, but weapons are over. I'm just not going to think about that too hard. We're going to make a new resource. We're going to call this the looks good. Getting there. We are going to call this medkit. Nope, we're calling it a resource. What am I doing? That's the wrong button. I don't even know how I did that. Yeah. There we go. That's what I thought that I was typing into, a medkit. Okay, and a medkit contains a script. Let's just create a script here, medkit. There we go, and then we'll drag it in. So now we just need the script to be defined. It does not extend a node. It doesn't extend anything. Right? Or does this need to extend ref counted? Did I do that here? No, I didn't. I'm still a little fuzzy on the difference between a resource and a script. Still a little fuzzy on that, and I'm going deeper down this rabbit hole. I should probably look into that. Okay, sprite. Hold on, let me just... Sprite path. Equals, we can just make that the Godot one for now. Okay, and we're going to want to have a function called on stepped on get stepped on. I think we're going to want to pass in the player. So so we could make it so that item, no. Okay, so there's no instance in Wolfenstein 3D where enemies can step on items. That's not a thing. So I should not be entertaining the idea of like, well, what if I want to have a landmine item and anyone can step on it and it just hurts? No, I shouldn't do that. We're going to assume that the body is a player here. So var health component equals body.get node health component. if health component dot, oh my God, what's the name? What's the name of the thing? This isn't actually the thing. Oh, it's not named at all. Okay. It's called health. If health equals max health, do nothing. Else health component dot health add subtract. Oh, I don't have that function. Okay, that's why I'm confused. There we go, 25. And then we need to delete ourselves. So the item, that's, how would I do that? So we've got the item here. We need this thing to be deleted. Item data. And we should be able to call on step on. Because it's not apparent. The item data is not a node. It's a resource. So the resource doesn't have any way to access this item unless we give it such a resource. So maybe we can resources throw signals? Maybe they can, maybe they can't. I mean, this says it can, so what if we just emit a signal? Consumed. And then we go to the item, and when the item creates when the item registers anything, it needs to get that signal, item data dot connect consumed to on consumed. Oh, and then I need to declare that function. Self.queue free. Okay. And then we just need to go back into here and emit that signal, and then we're done. And then we just need to make sure that every item has this signal. All right, does this work? We got the item, but our health is full. Can you shoot me a little? Thank you. Okay, and now we'll just go... Hey, it works. Wow, it works first time. Hold on. Let me just go over here. If we... where are the rest of them? Did that make all of them die? We cube freed one of them, and that made all of them go away. All right. Let me think about that. All right, none of... Okay, they're all still there. Okay, I picked this one up and they're all gone. Okay. So that doesn't work. So when we were calling them, when we were calling QFree in the item code itself, that worked. But I guess resources don't, they don't work like that. There's only one resource. So this is not going to work. Maybe instead of this, we just have this return bool. And then we say, if this is true, then delete me. We skip the signals. Okay, and then we don't need this. We don't need this. Go back in here. We don't need this signal anymore. Okay. So we got the item, but we didn't get the item. Please shoot me. Oh, you already did it. Thanks. All right, I'll pick one up. And the rest still exist. Great. All right. Oh, and our health is over 100. I'm actually okay with that, but I wasn't expecting that. I'm pretty sure I had code in there that was explicitly checking to make sure your health does not go over your max. So let's go ahead and, if health is greater than max health, health equals max health. Why didn't that work? If is player and UI lm. I don't, but why didn't that, what? Why didn't that work? Got the item. Why is this here? Change my health. Do it. Would it be easier for me to just like give me a button to set my health to 50? Yeah, it would be easier. There we go. Our health is 65 now. Okay, 115 is greater than 100. So, like, please just work. Why don't you work? Ugh. Okay, 89 out of 100. It's greater than max health. Oh, it did. Oh, that did work. Then why is this wrong? Oh, it's just... that's why. Because I'm using X still. Alright. Problem solved. It was never above 100. It just appeared to be over 100. Hit me. It seems unusual that it takes this long to hit me. It should be checking every 1.5 seconds. But until I get... yeah, there we go. Until I get... shooting animations in, it's not worth trying to troubleshoot yet. Done. All right, now we have a new thing to add. We've got to add keys and doors. So first the key. And we've got that UI element for the gold key. Yeah. Gold label. I'm just going to call it that. And then it should be hidden. You don't start with that. But now we're going to implement a new item. Yeah, you're a resource. Okay. So now we've got our key. Let's take this and copy the boilerplate. On stepped on. I think I want the keys to be handled in the inventory component. So we'll get the player inventory component. Var okay, hold on 1 second while I make that exist. Class name inventory component. Oh, and we haven't established anything here, so var collected keys. We'll just go back to the key. Maybe you want to be more specific and say like gold key versus silver key. So I'll just rename this to gold key. That feels silly, but it's not really, because I'm going to need a separate icon, and we can copy 90% of the logic. It's fine. This is the gold key. Gold key has one purpose, and that's to give the player the gold key when the player steps on it. So this might just be a case of like add gold key. Return true. Okay. If key stir equals gold, then we need to get the UI and update it. How are we doing that over here? Get parent, get node. Control, it's a control. Okay. Control. Keys text, gold label, collected keys, append key stir, UI lm gold dot visible equals true. All right, that's it. Now we just got to add this thing. Thinking. Okay, there we go. I need to enable that corner. And then we got to go over here and we got to draw the gold key. We'll put it here. Why not? Did that work? I think it did work. Okay, but we're not over yet because we need to go to the level loader now. Dear level loader, we're not just loading items now. We need to actually pass in the resource. I believe the resource is static. So do we just var resource load? Var gold key is this how I do that? That feels sloppy. Or is it better to be like this? We're gonna instantiate this item, and then we need to initialize its resource. Item dot resource equals or item data load That doesn't feel right, but it should work. It just doesn't. It's just ugly. It might be ugly, or this might be great. I'm still very fuzzy on how resources are actually supposed to work. Let's do one more thing. Let's go to the item. This is not the item. This is the item. We don't design this. All right. Oh. Oh, this isn't an if statement. I thought it was. My bad. We got the item. Get out of here. All right, is this a gold key? Well, it didn't update this, so something's wrong. If we go into our item, our inventory component, are we going to see? No. Okay, maybe the inventory component function didn't get called. Or maybe it's because gold is lowercase here and I have it capital here. That's probably the problem. Let's keep it all lowercase. Get out of here. We got a gold key now. All right, so at this point, the next step is very easy. We just make a new door, locked door. We can say gold door. And then we basically copy and paste the logic for the door, except we add a check that says, give me your inventory component. Do you have gold key? If so, boom, I'll open. Otherwise, go away. Where do I have doors? Is it a subcomponent? Oh no, it's a subcomponent. Maybe we should reuse the door scene, but have it have a property like lock with gold or lock with silver. I think those are the two keys. Is it silver or iron? I don't know. It might be iron. Iron makes more sense. More sense than gold? We can have that set up on initialize or func var locked. I don't think I need the bool equals false. It'll automatically assume it's a bool. But var key string this might be unnecessary. If it's an empty string, it's not locked. Else lock door key equals key param. Okay. Use door. Moving equals true. Okay, hold on. First of all, if not key, then proceed. Else, that's we need to, when we use the door, we need to know who's using us. Where's this function getting called? It's being called by the player. So when the player uses the door, they need to pass themselves in. Body is node 3D. Else body dot get node inventory component dot has key if return collected keys dot contains, or has, is that the function? Has. Okay, has key. If we don't have the key, return okay, that was it. Now we have lockable doors. Let's go ahead and when we lock the door, we should also change the 3D sprite. It's a mesh. It's a material on a mesh. Changing that is actually kind of a headache, but I don't know if I have a choice. It's a texture. Okay, I can change a texture. Albedo texture. Yeah, we'll load a texture 2D. I don't have a texture 2D to load right now, so what we'll do in the meantime is just modulate the color of this door. Mesh instance 3D dot mod dot material. No, what is this? Mesh dot material dot modulate. Come on, autocomplete. I'm so deep. Freaking, I want the editor to tell me. Can I just set the color? I'll just set the color. Is it albedo color? It's albedo color. All right, mesh.material. Yeah. Equals color 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. I guess we could make it a little more yellow. We can make it better than that. Okay, there's our yellow door, or there's our gold door. If key param equals gold. Okay, so now we need to go into the, we need to enable our thing to let us put down gold doors. Oh, and I can't. Great. Let me add a placeholder for now. Nope, not this one. There we go. Yes. Oh, that's a new atlas. Oh, this isn't going to work. This only works if everything is on the same. Let me go ahead and just, let me hope that this isn't a mistake. Okay, good. I'm just gonna real quick add a, I'm gonna do this off screen because I don't particularly like doing video editing on, or not video editing, image editing on stream. I'm just gonna make this big like that. Save, export to Godot. To Godot. I said to, okay, hold on. Tile set, yeah, there we go. Okay, export. Yes, please replace the existing one. Export. There we go. All right, now we just enable that, and we say that's a gold door. I would like this room to be only accessible via gold door. Oh, I'm not editing the tile map. There we go. Okay, it looks like that, but it's actually thumbs up. Then we got to go to our level loader and instruct it. This thing that we've just invented is actually a gold door. Yeah, here it is. This should be a switch. Is it switch or is it match? It's match. Door. Gold door. Door dot set lock. What was? Oh, it's not going to autocomplete because that's a Node 3D. I need to go to the door and see what I've done. It's a door. Lock door. All right, we're done. Let's see it. Step one, let's go. That's not right. That is not correct. Okay, this door will not open. That one will. The logic is correct. Modulating one door, meaning that we modulate all doors, is a little. Actually, that makes sense. Because we don't want to load a dozen doors. We just want to load the one door and then recycle the resource. So that is a problem that we will solve by creating a new door sprite. This works, but this works. Done. Great. Adding a basic obstacle is not going to be difficult, but we do need to decide what it is. So it's just going to be a cell, and we're going to give it a collision shape, basically. I don't want it to be a cell. I want it to be its own thing, but like I don't know, like a barrel. That's like the first thing that comes to mind. That should not be in the cell. That should be its own scene. Ugh. We're gonna make another subcomponent. What is this? What is this called? It's not an item. It's not a. I'm not sure what to call this. It exists to be collided with and looked at. That's it. So decor, I guess. It doesn't even need a script. It doesn't need that. We just give it a sprite and we give it a resource, and then the resource could load the script, or it could load the sprite. But we need, this is just a static body. And then this contains a collision shape. And that collision shape is a box. And that box is, that's fine. And then we're going to add a sprite 3D. And this will be a barrel. Oh, billboard mode. Yes. And then we just need to make this exist. We just need to program our tile map, first of all. Reprogramming this is going to be annoying, but that one. Let's go ahead and put some. What would happen if I do something like this? Just out of curiosity. I assume that'll make a tunnel. But let's go back to the level loader. The level loader needs to be aware of this new thing we just invented called the decor. Components. Nope, it's a handler. Maybe this should be a preload and not a load. Thinking, hold on. There we go. Okay, now we have a packed decor. Now over here, vector 2i 01 var. Okay, we're just gonna copy this. And instead of a door, it's gonna be a node 3D called decor. Oh, we don't need this. There we go. Hey, you know what? I'm okay with that. Oh, we can't sneak. Oh, no, we can sneak through it. I'm okay with that. This is great. I think I'm trapped in here, but how did I get in here? I think I should make those bigger because they're supposed to be obstacles. They're not supposed to be. You wiggle to get past it. That's not supposed to be that's not the intended experience. Does Wolfenstein 3D have that? I don't know. Okay. Making more power-ups and more other stuff should be pretty straightforward. Not a problem. So I'm just not going to do that on stream. We got our basic obstacle. We have to do one more thing before we can claim victory, and we're only an hour in, so that's, great. Maybe I'll also add an end of level switch. Well, adding floor and ceiling decor is easy, so I'll do that. Secret walls. Before I continue, let me open this up. I need to expand the options here for the tile map because we have 4 options and we already have 4 things, so we're going to need even more options. So let me just increase the canvas size of this. Save, export. There we go. I need to get to the tile set, thank you. We'll go ahead and make the secret wall right there. Okay, and a secret wall is going to be special. How is it going to be special? So when we are creating walls, that's happening automatically. But a secret sector is going to want to create extra walls afterwards. So we need to be aware of what walls exist. And then let me look at the cell code. So we're adding walls. We're creating walls, but we're not really tracking the walls once we create them. We call create wall, we add it as a child. So we have walls, but we don't really know where they are, and we don't really care. In the level generating code, so we have a thing here. We add walls only if there's no adjacent. But what if we said, okay, this wall is special. So if we don't add a wall, we should add a fake wall. Because we want the real walls and fake wall. Every secret wall is basically going to have real wall and fake wall. The south wall is going to be maybe this is a situation where we just make like a door proxy. Not a door proxy, but we take what we did with the door here and we copy it for walls. But then the wall color gets set by, the secret wall colors get set by the cell. So, how am I going to do this? This feels like it should be not that hard. This doesn't feel like it should be complicated. Let me think. Could I just brute force? Could I just do like a really dumb thing? Am I going to have a situation where I need my walls to be smart in any way? Could I just be like, secret walls are always blue? What if I did a thing where I have real walls and fake walls? And then that doesn't break anything because magic. That feels like that'll break things. I didn't plan this out. I think I'm going to need like a secret wall component. I think that's just going to happen. Okay, we're definitely going to need a script at a minimum because just because. But we're also, where's my cell? I think we're going to want to copy this idea. So mesh instance 3D with a static body 3D and a collision shape 3D. Close everything that's not important, please. Okay, so we got a mesh instance. Static body. Yeah, static body 3D. Collision shape. And this is going to be a plane. Nope, that's not an option. What did I do here? Box shape 3D, I just set the M to 0. Great. One of the X or Z will have to get set to 0. Where's my mesh? This is a plane mesh. Okay, there we go. Oh, we're gonna have to rotate this. Oh, if we're gonna have to rotate this, then I can set this to 0. Perfect. Okay, so we'll pass this along to the level loader, and it will figure out automagically where to put these. And then I'll have to figure out how to get the texture. Where's the, oh, here it is. Standard material. No, we have an existing texture. I'm going to use it. Structure, wood wall. There we go. Look at that. Ugh. Let me attach a script to this. We don't care about any of this, but we do want a class name secret wall, and we want to have a use function. Is that what we have here? Use door, func use wall, body, no 3D. Print hi. And then we'll go over here. Did we collide with a door? Use door. Did we collide with the secret wall? Okay. Let's go over to the level loader. Okay. Vector 2i 20 secret wall. Let's just set aside a dictionary. Dot set chord I don't need to really have anything here. So we could just set the value as like 1, true. So var secret wall equals secret wall dict dot get chord. So then for each of these, did you add a wall at a corner? If so, whatever. Else, elif, if we're a secret wall, then we need to spawn a wall, a secret wall there. Shoot. Couldn't I instead just spawn a west wall, but like include secret.true, and then if secret.true, add a function to the wall. We can create a wall. Maybe if there was a way to like give it a resource. Can I just give things resources like that? I can't add it as a child. You can't add resources as a child. Well, we don't need this function because we can just instantiate the secret wall. So actually this is fine. This is easier than go ahead and put that in there. So if this is a secret wall and we're adding it to the west wall, var secret wall equals packed dot instantiate, and then we just take the logic from the cell and we put it in. Let's just call it wall. Okay. For now, let's just see if that works. The level, we need to go ahead and update this level. So we'll just put like a square, a big old square of secret walls like so. And then we look to our left. I don't see any walls, but that's possible that they exist and we just don't see the right side. Nope, they just don't exist. All right, so it didn't work. That's all this print line stuff. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore, but I do want this. Okay, so we did make them. They exist somewhere, theoretically. We never added them as a child. Am I adding them to the cell? Yeah, I am. What cell is this? Cell dict. Get chord dot add child wall. There we go. Show me. There they are. All right. Yeah, okay. This works how I expected it to work. So if we use it, we should see a high. All right. Great. So this works. It's clunky, but it works. Let's just copy this logic now. I really don't want this print. So I really shouldn't have copied it. Derp. Okay. West wall. There you are. Let's get on the east wall logic. Come on. Let's grab the north wall logic. And then the south wall logic. And then we're done. We've done it. We've implemented secret walls. Not quite. Well, that's not right. Did I get it backwards? Did that again. Oh my God. Get out of here. South wall. No, that should be right. Wait, why can't I walk through this? What? What is going on? Oh, I think I know what's going on. Why wasn't this happening before? The secret wall just needs to be flipped. This is not the secret wall. There it is. This needs to be flipped. Nope. There we go. Okay, now we need the wall to open up, and we don't want just one wall to open up. We want every wall to open up. So the jig is up. Var cell equals get parent. We want to get all of the secret walls in this cell, and then we want to tell them to raise. We're going to copy the door raise logic, which is right here, apparently. No, it isn't. It's right here. Let's just take this whole logic and then we'll cut down what we don't need. Secret wall. Bum, bum. We're going to need some variables too. Man, maybe I could have just made this a door that doesn't close. Door, secret wall. I'm just gonna copy everything. We don't have a key. I don't think we care about a timer. So if we're not moving, don't do anything else. The Y position should go up. If the Y position is greater than the max, then stop moving. Else, yeah. Okay. So all we have to do now is go through each cell for get children, child in if child is secret wall, child dot moving equals true. Print cell. All right, that is a node. No, this should have more children than that. This should have more children than that. What do we get parenting? This should be giving us the cell. Oh, I'm not doing... I'm an idiot. There we go. That's what I was hoping. That's what I was wanting to happen. All right. We have secret... The walls are not visible on both sides. How much do I care about that? Is that something? Isn't there a thing in the inspector that I can be like, be double-sided? Mesh instance. Flip faces? Oh, I could have just flipped face. I didn't need to rotate this entire thing. That's probably exactly the same amount of effort. Add UV to padding. Is there a way to make this double-sided? It probably would help to say this is a plane mesh. Disable backface culling in the material settings. Well, this is the material. Back face cull. Okay. So now those are double-sided. Excellent. They do glitch out like that. Maybe I should just not have them. I should just have them rise up all the way. Let me experiment with that for just a second. 2.0. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, it looks like they're overlapping, but they'll only do that with other secret walls. If I put them inside of like a tunnel, that should not happen. So let me experiment with that. And we got secret walls. Yeah. So this works, but only if I don't put secret walls next to each other. So let me try. First of all, let's go ahead and fill those in, and then I think I want to erase those, and then we will put secret walls there, and this should just look perfect. And when I say perfect, I mean like it should not give away that there's more. Oh, that texture is not aligned. Uh-oh. Do I need to flip it? Does I need to flip the texture? I mean, it's fine to have texture hints, but they should be intentional. Let me go ahead and flip the texture. Is this because I did the flip faces thing? There we go. I think that looks indistinguishable now. Okay. Oh no, it does not. Did those look indistinguishable, or am I insane? No, it does look wrong. This is wrong. And that's wrong. Does it need to be flipped again? Yeah, it might need to be flipped again. Go away. Geometry. Skeleton, surface, where was the, how did I flip this before? Oh, I probably flipped this. 180. There we go. Nope. So in this direction, I'm pretty sure that's indistinguishable. But in this direction, it's not. But I don't understand why that would be. It's upside down. Okay, when I did the level loader thing, did I get something backwards? Let me try just no south walls. This is north, so no south walls. Does that look right? No, does it need to, do I just need to rotate? What if I just don't do this? Oh, okay, nope. That needs to be rotated, but what if I rotate the Z? What is the radians degrees? What is because I think I'm rotating at 90 degrees. 180 degrees, 2 radians. 3.1415. Oh, that's pi. Sick. Cool. I just need to rotate it by pi. All right, we got secret walls. We done it. We got the item. Great. All right, 90 minutes. A good coding session. A lot of time is needed to be spent to make a lot of art, but I don't know. Making floor and ceiling item. It occurs to me that floor decor is this. Where did I do? Basic obstacle. That's the same thing. It's just making it without a collision. So I just need to make something that's on the ceiling. And I don't know. Maybe we can just go into the decor and say, does this belong on the ceiling? And if so, then we'll just raise the sprite up. Let me try that. So, how am I adding decor? Oh, I really need to have icons here because I think one of these was the barrels. No, it wasn't. That was definitely here because these are the barrels. Was it Atlas coordinates 0, 1? Maybe Atlas coordinates 1, 1 or 2, 1 can be ceiling barrel. We'll just take the decor. So we need to go to our decor object. Or do we? What am I? Who am I? Where am I? It's a subcomponent, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So we don't have a script here. So maybe I don't need to do anything other than just put the thing on the ceiling. So just... Oh, I didn't actually add it in the game. Here's the thing. It doesn't exist, but just FYI, here's the thing. No. First we need to make that a thing, and then we take it, and then let's just replace all of these. Yay, oh, it's too low. Maybe we just get rid of the collision box. I think that's okay. It's jank, but it's okay. Get rid of the static body 3D. Yeah, okay. Just need art. I was thinking of like putting a lamp up there or like a chandelier or something and then have it emit light. And theoretically, we should just get lighting effects for free because we already have physics and stuff. I don't know. But before I do that, no, why don't I just do that right now? Let's add a light object. Light 3D, is that what it's called? Omnilight 3D. My graphics card is crying. Well, it's not crying, it's shrugging. It has noticed the increased load. I mean, it works. It does. There is lighting, so yeah. I haven't really figured out how the lighting is going to work in this. Because like Wolfenstein does not have lighting, but Wolfenstein is too old for that. Even Doom is too old for that. We have that technology. We can make Wolfenstein, but with 3D lighting. That's totally fair game. So I might. I might just dig into that. Make this a little more atmospheric for free. Okay, so the only things left to do is add the exit switch, which I expect that's not going to be simple. That might take an entire stream. Thursday. And then we got to add a main menu. That's easy because placeholder is okay. So we just add a button that's like start game, and then we click the button. And then the game happens. Yeah, not a problem. Wow, it's only been 90 minutes. I don't know what else I want to add. So what I might do is just stop here and then crank out some art off stream. And then next time, we'll add an end of level switch. We'll add a menu. And if that takes 30 minutes, then I'm just going to play Wolfenstein 3D on stream. I guess I could do that now. I think I have it up already. I mean, it's not up. It's like right here. Do I have my sound plugged into this? Let me see if this works. Oh yeah, I've got my scripts turned off. Let me see what happens if I press this button. Oh, I don't have my headphones on. Yeah. Okay. Next time I'll do that and I'll think about like, what do I want to add? Because I don't know. Okay. kill that. Yeah. Feels pretty productive. I don't feel like we've gotten... on the one hand, we've got a working 3D game. And that's... It's not the most challenging thing to make. Game-wise, that would be an MMO. But I feel like this is up there. So the fact that we're this far in, the fact that all our art is garbage is whatever. We'll fix that. But the fact that we're this far, all of the basics are here. And this is basically day 3. You know, I'm pretty optimistic. But on the other hand, a lot of people are in this game jam, and I feel like they're gonna do a better job overall. So I'm not particularly concerned about like trying to be the best. Just trying to learn and figure out how to do this, and learning has happened. So I'm satisfied with what I see. The rest of this jam, once we get this end of level switch in, is just going to be polish. What I might do is spend some time making levels, because that needs to happen. Anyway, this is it. I'm going to stop here. Thanks for watching. Hope this was cool. Hope y'all are having fun and making your games and having lots of progress as well. See you all next time.